Welcome to today's show. Thank you for tuning in to Street Talk. I am your host, Loretta Rose. Today, we got a very special show, and I am excited about it. Just want to let you know we have some South Girard alumni members here, and they're going to talk to us about a roast and toast that is coming to this community, and it is going to bless you. So we have South Girard Alumni Association members here today on today's show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Street Talk here on CTV Bean. As promised, I have some great men here in the studio today, here on Street Talk, and they really don't need an introduction because they are so involved in the community. But we're going to talk with you today about this awesome roast and toast that's coming back in March. And we also have who was roasted last year. So as you keep tuning in to the show, we're going to have some clips of last year's event. I am so excited to have you guys on the show. Welcome to the show, Mr. George Stevens and Mel Long.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. This is going to be a great show today because it's going to be historic as well. And what I love about the gentlemen is that with this organization that they're part of, it is helping to preserve the history of South Girard.
Amen.
Awesome. So everybody probably wondering, what is this roast and toast? What it entails? And so that's what we want to let people know about it. And because I had an opportunity to go last year, and it was a sell out.
Sell out.
It was max to capacity, the
Exactly.
building. And from my understanding, the location has changed
Yes.
this year. You outgrew where you were.
I outgrew it.
Oh, see, this is what's happening. So tell us, first of all, you both graduated from South Girard.
We did.
Okay.
I was in the first graduating class from the new building. Now we have 3 buildings, but one school. Always was South Girard High School. We had 3 buildings.
3 buildings,
Right.
but one school.
One school, same building. The name just went from one on to the other. But I graduated in 1964 in the brand new building. Mel, my friend here, graduated in 1970, the last year of the school.
Yep.
So we got the first class and the last class. And I did not know that until you guys showed up,
Right.
because when I was contacted by Abraham William, who is spearheading the event.
Right.
He contacted me all the way from Kentucky. Thank you, sir. he handling business all the way in Kentucky. And he told me to talk with George Stevens, have him on and talk about it. And I said, you know, it would be great to have Mel on as well, because he was really roasted last year.
They put it on me.
They put it on
They
you.
laid it on me.
And then when you guys come in, and I didn't know, coincidentally, you're the first class and you're the last class. I'm
class.
like, God, you had this all put together.
Yep.
Awesome. So tell us about it. Why has it been so important to do this roast and toast? And what's the benefits of it?
The benefit of the Roast and Toast is that we are in the process publishing a book of the history of South Girard High School. Next year, which will be 2020, will be 50 years since Mr. Mel Long graduated from South Girard.
Yeah.
So our school, it's been 50 years since we had a graduating class. South Girard did not close. It merged with Central
High school.
in 1970. So we are getting ready to do a 50-year celebration, and we're trying to get a book published so that we can leave a legacy to the people that come along behind us, because right now, there's a lot of people right now don't even know about South Girard High School.
Wow.
So that's the whole purpose of the Roast and Toast, is to celebrate a man like James Settle, plus raise funds to publish a book. of the history of South Road High School.
We also with this book, we got this book. We want this book to go in the library. We want a hardback book in case you get lost. We can order another one years to come for our children.
That's
You know,
good.
for our children to know about South Road, because a lot of our kids don't even know that South Road even been blue and gold.
I know. You just
Blue and
educated
gold, Blue
me.
and gold. We the South Road Bulldogs. Blue and gold. South Road.
And see, when I went, it was red and black.
Right.
But because it was a merge had took place, I
Right.
guess. And we didn't know the original history of it.
Right. And that's what, and you know, this is what we're doing. We're trying to preserve our history.
Right.
Yes.
And as we were talking earlier, as long as there's a Mel Long, a James Stellers, a George Stevens, and then, you know, like, a lot of people don't know that the stadium, Garrett Harrison Stadium, the teacher, Harrison is the teacher from South Road High School.
Oh, really?
So many people don't even know that. So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to educate the people, let them know that South Road High School is still alive
Get alive
in
and well.
spirit,
In spirit.
and its graduates.
So you're going to have some of that history combined in the book.
Right. All that.
Oh yes, yes. That's what it's about. The history. It's going to be about the history because that's all we got left now.
History.
That's true.
History.
That's all.
So we just like the president died years and years ago, but they always got the history on the president.
Yeah.
So we want the history of South Gerard to be the same.
wow.
But people can always know about South Gerard. Regardless we're dead and gone, we
Exactly.
still want history to go on and on and on about us.
Man, that is amazing.
Amen.
That is amazing. So this year, Mr. James Sellers, I hear he's going to be roasted.
He's the man.
Woo! I hope you're ready, Mr. Sellers. Because they put it on Mel Long last year.
Got to get it back. Got a little bit of get back.
Oh, man. Oh, and so Mr. Sellers also is a part of the committee
Oh
Right,
yeah.
with you all as well.
Right.
Yeah, James is the original chairperson of the Roast and Toast Committee. I am standing in for James since he's been
He's
roasted
gonna be
this year.
roasted,
But
yeah.
that's it. I'm just holding the job down for him.
Well, you're doing a good job because, and you helping him because he gonna really get it
Oh yeah.
on March 22nd.
Yeah. Because see, you have to look at it. There's a lot of us know a lot about James.
Yeah.
See, when we come in that area coming up, them guys always look up to George because those guys set a good example.
Exactly.
Those guys would come to school. They were not only smart in the book. They come to school sometimes better than the teacher.
Wow.
You ain't know the difference between the teacher and
Yeah.
them because they dress so well.
Just a spirit of
They
excellence.
Oh, yeah.
They set a good trail for us.
Yes.
You know, okay, and I like that about
And
them.
you know what? That's how you all are, though,
Right.
gentlemen. Because Mr. Sellers have this community organization called USO,
Yes.
United to Save Ourselves.
Right.
Right.
And it's a great, wonderful organization where he pours back into youth and young adults in the community.
Right.
Always a nice dresser, too.
Nice dress. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Now that you say that, but Mr. Mel Long, the same goes for you. Mr. Stevens, the same goes for you. And what I love about it is that your generation of men and women with this organization, you are pouring something into another generation. And I'll say our generation,
Right.
and it's going to be a responsibility of our generation to pour it into another generation. Now, you're giving me a whole wealth of knowledge that I had no clue of. Because to be honest, I didn't read this in the book.
Right.
I didn't read this. But you all are getting ready to provide a book of history for South Gerard, because it's a part of me as well. It was a part of my mom.
You're
She went
right.
to South
Went to South
Gerard.
Gerard.
I went to South Gerard, but by the time I went in the 80s, it was only 8th and 9th grade.
Right.
And so I'm sure, and there's a lot of other students that are there now at the current South Gerard that have no clue as well. And I think it's important that we learn and know this so that we can have a greater appreciation, especially this younger generation, because they need to.
Right. Right.
They need to.
It's something one thing we'll never do as long as we live, let the history die. That's why we do the blue and gold ball every year.
Ooh, blue and
we,
gold
We do the
ball.
blue and gold ball every year. Then we also do some during the summer months too,
Well-
around the 4th of July.
Yeah, we have a all class reunion every other year. Well, we had one this past year, and then next year we have another one on the 50th year of the merge. I keep saying close, but it didn't close.
It didn't close,
It
it just
merged. We
merged.
had to make sure we know that, because now, if somebody that graduated from South Jordan in the early '60s, they would have to get it from Central. A copy of their diploma, we had to get it from Central, because South Jordan did not close. It just it became part of Central.
Awesome.
Good. But the greatest thing, but the great thing about South Jordan was our people,
Right.
and we can't let them die. Willie Critton,
Yeah.
he played pro football. He just passed last year. So we got so much history. We got people that played all kind of sports. We got
Herman Lee.
president of colleges.
Herman Lee.
Herman Lee
Yeah,
played
Herman
Chicago
Lee.
Bear back in the 50s.
Yeah, with the Bears in the 50s. all
Wow.
over.
Yeah,
All
and we
that.
got a president of college. We got
Right.
superintendents of
Right.
schools in Indiana. So we it's so much history,
Yeah.
and we cannot let it die.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I refuse
absolutely.
to let it die, and
I
I'm
love
going to
it.
do my part.
That's right.
Wow.
Amen.
So the Roast and Toast is going to take place on March 22nd, and that's a Friday. That's a good time.
Friday.
7 o'clock. And the new location, tell us where the new location?
The new location will be in Central High School. We outgrew the activity center, so we are expecting great things. And if you need to talk to anyone about it, you can talk to myself. My number is on the flyer.
We'll make sure we put it on the screen as well.
And all tickets, you need a ticket, you can see Mr. Mel Long
Yes.
at the barber shop.
Yeah, everybody know what Mel and
The
Abe
bu-
is.
Mel and Abe Barber Shop.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm looking at this. All proceeds will go towards the production of the South Girard High School history book from the years of 1945 to 1970.
Right.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Right.
That is amazing. And also, Mr. James Sellers will be the one that will be roast and toast. So help everybody to understand how the roast and toast take place, because people probably watching, never been, and you should get there and get your tickets so you can get there and see. I was there and I saw what happened. And also, let me tell you, with this, with your ticket purchase, you get a full course meal too.
Yes.
Right.
And I think it was a cake too.
Yes.
They had your face on the cake.
Yes.
All
That's
that.
right.
Right. All that.
So help people to understand like what's going to happen when they come out to the roast and toast. They're going to come in, and of course you're going to have dinner. And who's going to be the MC this year?
Mr. Abraham Williams, the mouth of the South. He's back, and and anybody know Abraham knows he's good at what he does. But he's going to be great, and he's excited. He already. As a matter of fact, Abraham is the one that picked James to be.
Oh,
roasted.
wow.
Yeah, and Mel can tell us a little more about it, because he got
Oh yeah.
roasted last
Yes,
year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they buffed me in the head last year. Hey, but like I said, never a lot of fun and entertaining. You know, to come and just have a good time.
Yes.
And for a good cause.
Yes.
Now I didn't mind about getting roasted last year, because I know it for a good reason.
It was for a good
I
cause.
know it
That's
was a
right.
good reason, but we had a good time.
We
I was laughing
was.
at some jokes were told on me with Drew. But I had fun myself.
Yes.
Them getting on me.
Yes.
So it ain't nothing to get mad about. It's just something
Yes.
that I didn't mind about sacrifice doing
Yes.
that, because it's a big goal way ahead,
Exactly.
and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
so,
love
yeah.
it. And it was so much fun. You're going to get laughter. You're going to get comedy. You're going to eat well.
Right.
You're going to have great company. And also, it's almost like a reunion. It was
It
almost
is.
like
That's all
a,
it is right
it
there.
was almost like a
Reunion.
Phoenix City reunion.
That's what it was all about.
It was so much love. I saw the mayor,
Right.
city officials. We had community leaders. We had Dr. Judge Bellamy. I saw him. I mean, we had
Zach
Classmate.
Zach-
Collins.
yeah.
Zach Collins.
Judge Bellamy is Mayor classmate.
We finished school together.
Oh
Yeah, we
wow! I think I
finished the
remember
same
him
year.
talking about.
1970.
Yes, Tony Taylor, he was there.
He was
I
there.
saw him.
And Tony's gonna be a roaster this year too.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
He'll be back. He had so much fun. He's coming back.
Okay. Yeah, you did. You look like you were having fun, Tony.
Yeah, we were having fun. We really had fun.
We were there, and it was so much fun. And I was just so impressed, though. It was filled to capacity, like I said. And I think that's great. It's going to be at Central High School, and you'll have more room. And also, we want to let people know that you can get your tickets at Mel and Abe. And of course, that's in South Phoenix City, everybody know. And also, from my understanding, some of the classmates,
But
members.
there'll be a representative from each class. Will have tickets. So if whoever if your class of 68, contact your representative and they'll have tickets for you.
Okay.
And then I have my number is on the poster, and we'll give you my number. So if you have any problem getting a ticket, you can call me, and I'll bring it to you.
Oh, wow. So at the end of the show, I'll make sure we'll have Mr. George Stevens' name and his contact number. And then also everybody know what Mel and Abe is. And also we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and then we're going to let you know a little bit more about these gentlemen and some of the things that they do in the community as well. You're watching Street Talk with Loretta Rose here on CTV Beam.
Life's just more fun with fast and reliable Wi-Fi. You can stream, share, game, and try something new. But weak Wi-Fi spoils the fun. That's why you need 100 megabytes of internet from CTV Beam. The right equipment, professional installation, and no limits keeps your Wi-Fi powered party streaming strong. Call or visit us online at ctvbeam.com.
Every day, we're powered by you.
Before I enrolled in Rivertown, I never cut hair before. So my journey so far has been great.
My classmates and my teacher accept me for who I am, and the school administration is absolutely amazing.
And I finally get to accomplish my goals and follow my dreams.
And I've learned a lot about like hair, skin, nails.
And they make me feel like this is where I need to be so that I can do what I need to do.
I'm thrilled with my decision to be at Rivertown.
Call or visit Rivertown School of Beauty for all the information on day and evening classes.
Welcome back to Street Talk. I have some wonderful gentlemen again on the show talking about the Roast and Toast that is taking place March 22nd here in Phoenix City. It will be held at Central High School. Wow, and just been on the show during the break with the guys, I'm learning a lot about the historic time of South Girard, and I think it's just so wonderful because there's a lot that we didn't know. And like I said, by the time I got to South Girard in the 80s, it was a whole different generation, a different time. So got George Stevens and Melone also on the show again. And before we go into some more of the history, tell us about why you all call Mr. Abraham Williams the Mouth of the South. I thought that was
Mr. George answered that one.
the Mouth of the South.
Well-
Everybody know he loves to talk.
Well, everybody can't do what Abraham does.
Right.
You know, I like to talk too, but I can't do what he do.
Yes.
It's a natural.
Yeah.
And he can take something average and make it funny.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he and I can be talking about the same thing. It won't be funny come to me,
Yeah.
but he can put a twist on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he is the mouth of the South. South Phoenix City. Everybody know Abraham Williams.
Yes.
And like I say, he can take lettuce and make it funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe it. I
Take
believe
broccoli
It.
and make it funny.
Yeah, he's something else.
I believe
Well, that's
it.
his calling.
That's his
that's
calling.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
And
I-
people love him.
Oh yeah.
I remember when we were in school, we taking French together, right? I was in the lower grade, he was in the higher grade. And every time the teacher come around to me, mention something about French, I never could learn it good. Abraham
I
had it
didn't
down
either.
pat. He was waiting on me, waiting till the teacher come around, but to ask me the question, ask me something about French. Boy, every time I get it wrong, he'd die laughing. He died laughing. He be making fun of me right today.
Wow.
That been over 50 years ago. He still talking about the same thing.
And he's still, and he been funny always.
all the way through school.
Yeah,
same
you
way.
know, we coached against each other in Little League football, and he was funny then.
Funny.
Wow.
And you know, I lived in Columbus at the time, and he used to bring his team over there, and we would spank him, and he twisted it.
Yeah.
You know, he make fun. You know, he can make fun of anything, and that's why he is the.
And he did used to coach.
Yeah.
Back because I remember living in Riverview. He used to coach softball.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he, you know, he's a giver.
Yeah.
And you know, you know, the people that Mr. Long here, he's a giver. Mr. Sellers is a giver. This is what it's all about. You know, the Roast and Toast is about givers.
Absolutely. Now, Mr. Malone, everybody know, if you've heard of the mayor of South Phoenix City, that's him. People probably want to know how did you connect that with Malone? It fits him though.
You know, it's just public knowledge. If you know, well, Mel is a worker. You know, he believes in what he does, and he stands up for what's right. Yeah. And if you want anything done in Phoenix City, you're gonna have to see Mr. Mel.
Yes, Lord, and because anything you're attached to, it's blessed, and it is just is always excellent. And one thing I will say about you, I've noticed, even with you selling tickets in the shop, if it's not worth doing, or if it doesn't have meaning behind it, Malone is not going to be involved. He's all about positiveness and about bringing us together, love and hope and faith. That's what you're all about.
And then like I tell everybody, I'm a resident of Phoenix City, Alabama. Whether you're black or white, whatever it might be, I want everybody to be created right, right way. I'm for the right thing of Phoenix City, Alabama. That's why I stress when I pay my tax dollar, everybody else pay their tax dollar. I want them to be created equally. That's right. That's what I'm all about.
That's why he's the mayor of South Phoenix City, because he's all about righteousness.
That's right.
And you always been that way. And let me tell somebody else. I'm gonna tell you all a little sidebar, something about Malone. A lot of you probably don't know, because I grew up with Malone's son. Him and I are classmates. But Malone used to sing in a gospel choir. A lot of people probably don't know that, but I know that.
Yeah, quartet group. I've sung it for years. I've sung it about 30 years.
Oh, man.
And he still sings.
Yeah, still
You're
sing.
still singing?
In the choir, I do.
Awesome.
I was in a quartet group then.
Yeah.
Back then.
And y'all was sharp.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
my.
had fun. A lot of fun.
Yes. As growing up as a child, we used to go to the we used to call them the singing.
Singing.
Yeah, we going to the singing.
Going to the singing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and also, you all were sharing, and I think it would be great to share some more of the history that you all experienced at South Girard. You shared with me about you all used to have to, how was your transportation to school?
Well, I went to South Girard my last year was 1963, you know, that was in the midst of segregation. Matter of fact, the same year that George Wallace stood in the door to deny Vivian Mahone entrance, I was at South Girard High School at that time. And we just had got our new building, and the street wasn't paved. We did not have a bus. The kids in Phoenix City school system never had a bus. The black kids never had a bus. So in the summertime, when everything was dry, it was red dirt and dust.
Red dust.
And when it rained, we had to walk in mud. And that was from Sear Road all the way down to the back road to the building. And we had kids used to have boots to keep from messing up the clothes, shoes, because it was mud from Sear Road all the way back to Fontaine Road where the school was. And we never had school buses. And it never deterred our kids. They kept coming. And this is what we want to stress now to our young people. We in the old building, we never had an auditorium. We never had a gymnasium. We didn't have air conditioning, and the heat didn't work sometimes. Wow. We never had a cafeteria. We didn't have a lab. All we had were loving teachers and love for each other. And that's what kept us going.
Kept us going.
Wow. And still got you going.
I love it so much. I love so much. I don't never regret what I went through to get where I'm at today.
Amen.
We have went through something in life. I have seen time we got the books. old book from Central High School with no backs on them. I don't witness all this stuff right here. At going to South Dakota High School, and Georgia witness of it too. We always got the old books. They got the new books.
And we used to get the furniture when they got new furniture. We got the old furniture, and they had initials on them and chewing gum up under the desk and everything.
All that kind of stuff.
I talked to the kids down in South Dakota a couple of years ago. Matter of fact, I'm gonna speak to them this year. We didn't have air conditioning. They couldn't believe that. You know, that's the gap between then and now. They wouldn't go to. They said they wouldn't go to school if it wasn't no air conditioning. And we didn't have a choice.
Wow, didn't have a choice.
Didn't have a choice.
We didn't have no air conditioning at all.
No air
okay?
conditioning.
And then like when you roll the windows up, you roll your window up, and the fan be so loud. They cut the fan off so we can hear what the teacher was saying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all that stuff. We went through a whole lot. That's why we don't never allow history to go away.
Absolutely.
You have a lot of people that just let it just die off. They forget about it. I can't.
Yeah,
it's hard to
exactly.
forget.
Yeah.
I know what I went through.
Absolutely.
I never let the history die.
And
No.
I think, and just like you said, Mr. Stevens, there is a generational gap.
Oh, yeah.
It really, really
No doubt.
is. And they need to know that because that's how this generation think. If it's not convenient for them,
Convenient, great word.
if it's not convenient, then they feel like they can do what they want to do. No. But you need to understand you need to have a greater appreciation for the privileges that you have. And just like you all said, you didn't have a choice.
No choice.
But you still did what you had to do. I think that with this generation today, that's probably the problem now, is they have too many choices.
Right.
But I appreciate everything that you're sharing with us because it gives me a greater appreciation for what I do and where I'm going now. And then you all really have paved the way for a lot of us. And you're a successful businessman here in the community. People can trust you. And you know why? You know why people can trust you, Malone?
Why?
It's because you are honest. You can, they can see themselves through you. Like I can see myself through you.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I've had my struggles, but my struggles may not have been like your struggle.
Right.
But
Right.
you understand what a struggle is.
struggle.
You understand what having lack is,
Right.
and to get to where you are.
Amen.
And that's why people can trust you. And that's all people want to know is somebody care and somebody
Right.
understand where they
That's
are.
right. That's right.
Right. You know, Frederick Douglass said that if there's no struggle, there's no progress.
No progress.
Wow, that's good.
It got to be, and see, if it's too easy, then you need to be suspect.
That's right.
That's
And see, I wouldn't change anything. I would go to South Dakota School again.
Yeah. I feel
The
same.
bun, as we used to call it the bun.
Yeah.
I would go to the bun again.
So the bun, why y'all call it the bun?
Because it was an oblong building. They had a hall down the middle and had classroom on each side and nothing else.
Nothing else.
Wow.
You could see from one end to the other, just like a shotgun house.
Wow.
Yeah, you could stand on one end and look all the way through. We had classroom on each side,
Wow.
and we called it the bun. Now, and I was so excited to go to the bun. My first 2 years at South Dakota, we went to 9th and 10th grade. We went to school 4 hours. We had a morning class and an evening class. I went from 8 to 12. We had 4 subjects, the 4 main subjects: English, math, science, and history.
So
That's
you
all.
went to school 4 hours in the morning.
Right.
In
And we left at 12, and then somebody else came at 1.
Oh, so a whole nother class came.
Yeah, a whole
evening.
group of
For
people.
space,
Yeah,
for space.
for space. We had so many people going to school,
Wow.
and that, that's all they could accommodate. So
exactly.
we but we had 4, and we still made it. We didn't have no. You didn't have to worry about no electives. No, we just got your 4 main subjects, and then it worked out good because we you could stress those main things. Cause when we got to the new building, they had elective. And kids stopped taking the main subject.
Wow.
So we were blessed. It's a you can find blessing if you look hard enough. You can find a blessing. But those having to take science. You know, every year you go up. You know, general
Exactly.
science, and then physics and chemistry. But see, once they got to the new building, they could take. You know, they didn't have to take physics or chemistry, and so it worked out well.
Wow. So also, one thing before we get ready to close out, you shared with something about the band in South Girard that I don't think a lot of people know about back in the day. Tell us about that.
Well, you know, people thought we ain't nobody. You know, cause it was you know, the Marching 100. You know,
Yes, sir.
we Dr.
Remember
Lamar
that.
Smith. You
Lamar.
know, he left South Girard and went to Albany State
Right.
and made Albany State who they were. But we were quick stepping back then.
Okay, quick stepping. I
yeah,
like that.
Yeah, and the class of 1970, 69 and 70 played at the halftime at the Atlanta Falcon game.
Wow. Y'all didn't know
A
that,
little
did
old
you?
school from
Yeah.
Phoenix City,
Phoenix
Alabama,
City.
Phoenix City,
and then the
Alabama.
halftime.
And
Wow.
we do have that in our history book today.
Yes.
South Girard, the last year of South Girard,
Yes.
it in that book right there.
Wow.
So that's why I say all this, our history, we got to get all our history up in one.
Absolutely.
From 45 to 1970.
Wow, wow,
19,
wow.
we got to get that. We got to get it. We're going to need the people. We're going to need some people to help us make this happen.
Well, and this is what the Roast of Toast about. We are raising funds to write a book.
Absolutely.
A book for everybody, not just for South Girard people, for everybody. Going
Everybody.
into the library.
Everybody.
And we're going to put it in City Hall too. We want it where everybody can get it.
Everybody.
This is
everybody.
great. This
There
is
you go.
great. This is history here in Phoenix City. Again, as a reminder, and we will have the information on the screen as well. It's going to be March 22nd, a Friday, 7 o'clock p.m. at Central High School. You can get your tickets at Mel and Abe's Barbershop in Phoenix City off Seal Road.
Right.
Also, you can get tickets from George Stevens, which is here, and his number 334-448-4254. Also, there are designated classmate members that have
Right.
tickets as well. You can get tickets from them. Tickets are $30, and this includes a 4-course meal, and it is delicious. They feed you well, and it's almost like a night of comedy. It's like a family reunion.
Right.
And it's just so much love. It's so much love. And even though I didn't go to South Girard at the time you all went, but you brought us up to date.
Amen.
You brought us up to speed. And because we didn't get that.
Right.
And thank God for you all. That's how we're getting it.
Right.
Preserving history.
Let me say this. And this ain't just for South Girard people. They're for everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody, young, old, crippled, blind, whoever it might be.
Yes.
You are welcome to come to that.
Yes.
You are welcome. You don't have to be old. You don't have to be just going on South Girard.
That's
neither.
right.
It's for everybody. Cause last year, like Mr. George said, last year, half of those people were not from South Girard.
Exactly.
Some of them from down in Russell County. Some of them went to Mount Olive. But they didn't want to see what it was all about. The younger generation, they want to see what it was all
I
about.
like that. That's what you were saying, the younger,
The
because
younger
they
generation.
don't know.
They don't
And-
know. And they want to experience that.
Exactly.
When it was all black. They didn't want to see
Yes.
what it was all about.
Because to be honest, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we've heard about bits and pieces of here and there, but you all were there.
Right.
And you have it all captured, the timing. And I love that how you said that last year, because as I reflect back on last year, there were a lot of people that didn't go to South
They go to
Girard.
South Girard.
You are
Different area.
absolutely correct
Right.
on that.
Always from Columbus, Georgia, Spencer High School.
And people travel,
Yeah,
came far away.
Look, I had
Yeah.
my sister come over from Texas. I had
Yeah.
people come from Atlanta.
Yes.
We had people come from Montgomery. We had people come
Sure
from Birmingham,
did.
Alabama.
Sure did.
We had people come from Detroit.
You're
This
right.
was a fact.
That's right.
They were there.
They were there.
Yeah, they
We
come.
got from New Jersey. We got people coming in from out of town now. But we got people going to support South Girard in anything we do.
Anything we do, right.
We don't have a lot, but we have some people that going to support
God.
South Girard to the end.
Well, I am so thankful for you all, and you all really, really are giants in our community. And I pray that my generation and those that come behind us can do half of what you're doing. I pray to God that we can. And one thing that I noticed with you all are so unified. You all have such a strong bond, brotherhood, sisterhood, your generation. And that's what we need. And you can get so much accomplished. Like
When you went through what we went through, there's abundance. You got to be abundant to take some of the stuff we had, because like I say, we could be walking to school. We had kids to walk to school, and then have people riding in the bus throwing spitball at us.
Right.
So we had to bond. We had to be one, and there would be, as long as I live, it would be a South Gerard in me, because I've been around the world. Those 4 years at South Gerard solidified me. That's where my growth came from.
Amen.
From those 4 years at South Gerard High School. That's where I got a basketball. I had a chance to play basketball in college from South Gerard High School.
Look at God.
And from Fred Douglass, didn't have anything. We wouldn't. I tell the kids, you said poor. We weren't poor. We were po.
Okay.
No, not
You're
P-O-O-R.
right.
Poor.
Yeah,
We were P-O.
Oh yeah, I know what
we
you
were
said.
po.
Yes.
But we made it.
That's right. Walking to school every day, with the cold rain.
It made no difference.
Because like I said, like Mr. Stephen said, he'll rub getting on that bus. Then he watching you, watching you over and over again. I prefer walking. We had people walk from Fred Douglass. We had people walk from Bailey Hill. We had people walk from
Pumpkin Bottom.
We had people walk from Poplar Spring, Gerard
Oh,
Hill.
wow.
We had to walk from everywhere. This for a fact. I know, 'cause I went to school with them people. We walked to school. They had to walk back.
Jesus. So you're saying you couldn't get on the bus?
Couldn't get it. Central had their own bus. Central had a bus go around and pick them up. They come around your neighborhood, pick it up, and we got to walk to school.
Well, we had access to the city bus, Columbus City bus. They ran the regular route, and the superintendent from Phoenix City School got an arrangement where we could get tokens. We could get 10 tokens for $1. That was two a day, back and forth. Which came out
That's
10
right.
cents.
You had to do it twice.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then, but the school, the buses were segregated. So we had, it wasn't just for kids, it was for everybody. So, our little half of the bus was full. And sometimes it was so full we couldn't even get on.
You had to stand up. Then when you get up, you had to stand up and hold the pole.
Yeah.
When it was so full, you had to stand up inside the bus. Stand up in the bus.
So now that, and I wanted people to kind of hear a little bit more about the gentleman that will be roasted, because these are just not any men in the community. Like Mel Lone was roasted last year, but you can see by watching and listening to today's show, for those of you that may not know him personally, now you understand why he's so well loved in the community. Same with Mr. Sellers. He's going to be roasted this year on March 22nd, but he does a lot of great things in the community as well. And from my understanding, at the Roast and Toast last year, some of the students that he have helped provided jobs with his community organization were there as well.
Right. And we're going to have 2 to speak this year.
Wow, that's wonderful. This is what it's all about.
It is.
This is what it's all about. Amen. If you hadn't figured it out, this is what it's all about. Things that we go through in life, how can we make it better for someone else? And that's what I always say. My trials, my difficult times in life, I'm going to see how I can make it better for someone else. That's what you all are doing.
Amen.
For others and for our generation and generations to come. And it is my prayer that this younger generation will grab hold in my generation, and let's keep this torch going. Let's keep it going.
Amen.
Is there anything you guys want to share before we get ready to close out the show? Because you all have just spoke so profoundly. You've educated us. This is going to be another awesome event. But is there anything else that you want to share from your heart, whatever the Lord may lay on your heart to share with the people, young people, because we want them to be able to pick it up where you are. And I want to be able to be a part and help any way that I can as well.
Well, well, my struggle in Phoenix City was for lack of, but my grandmother, a praying grandmother, she finished the 6th grade, but she understood that education was the key. And this is what I want to leave today, that the same thing that was important in 1963 is the same thing important now. Education is the key. And that's what we are stressing in education. We give scholarships. We give 3 scholarships to Central High School every year, and we do give South Troy $500. So it's all about giving. Mr. James Sellers, the man that we are going to roast and toast this year, is a giver. His organization gives work study program to children every summer, and they've been doing this for years. And then he have where they honor people. Giants of our community, they honor them. So, and it's all about giving. You make a life by what you get, but you make a living by what you get, but you make a life by what you give. And this is what it's all about. We want to be givers to the community, and that's all I want you to know about South Troy High School, Mr. Mel Long, Mr. James Sellers, Mr. Abraham. All we do is we want to help the community. That's all. You know, and no glory, all the glory go to God.
Go to God.
You know, we're not seeking glory or pat on the back.
Right.
All we want to do is leave a legacy for South Troy High School.
Absolutely. Well
James,
said.
and James Sellers, I'm being honest, James Sellers is one of my best friends. I've been knowing James Sellers all my life. And I'm not trying to make him, put him on a pedestal. I'm just keeping it real. He loves people.
Yeah.
He love people, he love people, he like to see people do as well. He doing good. He want everybody to be just like him. He want everybody to prosper in life. That James, he go all out his way to make sure that our people is happy, our young people.
Yes.
Keep them out the street during the summer month.
Yes.
Give them jobs.
Yes.
See, I
Amen.
like that about him.
Yeah.
He worked hard toward that. I mean, when he first started that, I thought it wasn't gonna work, to be honest with you. But James and Abraham, they showed you that it will work. But they put a lot of work into it. Please, if y'all can, come out and help us get this book. James Sellers will love that, and I will love it too. On behalf of South Troy High School, South Troy alumni, period, we appreciate you coming out and help us celebrate this big day.
Wow.
Amen.
Again, tickets are $30. It is well worth it. It's an investment into our future, and it is well worth it. Again, March 22nd is a Friday, 7:00 p.m. All proceeds will go to this book, and it is well worth it to have it in the libraries, in the schools. This is wonderful. And I'm going to do my part, and you can do your part as well. And just like the guy said, it is not glory for them, it is glory for the history of South Troy, which is some rich history. A lot of great things came out of South Troy. And so thank you again for tuning in. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
I
us.
love y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. You all really are doing the work.
Thank you.
You are doing the work. You're not just talking the talk, but you're doing the work. And these are things that are happening in your community that you don't even get to hear about a lot, but it's happening. So it is my prayer that you would do your part, I do my part, each one reach one, we can make a difference.
Amen.
And thank you again for tuning in to Street Talk here on CTV Bean. Until next time, you be blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you.